So, welcome to Thursday evening's Freestyle Fitness. If we sit with our legs crossed and let our hands drop down, bring our shoulders up and down. Bring them round and down. We're going to tuck the chin down. Sorry, this class is for people without any blood pressure problems, joint problems. If you feel ill at any time, make sure that you stop. And make sure that you've got enough room around you that you're not going to hit or kick anything. So, we're going to start with some breathing. We're going to breathe in and lift our arms up. And breathe out, bring our arms back down. Try and push the stomach in, push the air out. Breathing in from the belly. Stretching all the way, filling the whole lungs. We're going to breathe in, thinking about areas of our body we want to work on, anything we're concerned about. And breathe out all worries or stress or tension through the body. Remember, if you want to move to kind of open the ribs up anywhere, you can as well. And let's do two more. And then we're going to breathe in and bring ourselves back to straight. So we're going to work with our neck. We're going to tuck our chin down and roll it over to our shoulder, and then we're going to move it slowly side to side. So we're tucking the chin down, we're rolling it across so that it's coming towards the shoulder, ear towards the shoulder. We're now going to stick the chin forward and pull it back. Doing a bit of a chicken movement, pushing the chin out, pulling it back. Have a feel where that's working. And then we're going to roll it around to the other side. And again, we're sticking the chin out. We're sticking it out and pulling it back, trying to stretch it around here. Stretching, you'll feel it pulling right from the eye, from the head. Pulling in, and you'll feel it all the way through the arm. Now we're going to roll it back and take it over the other side again. This time we're going to look down to the floor and up to the ceiling. Again, where can we feel that? And one more. Bring it back to centre. Roll it down. All the way over to the other side. Down to the floor. Up to the ceiling. Last one. And bring it back to centre. Roll it back to centre. Lift it back up. Lovely. So let's change our legs. We're going forward, side, side, twist, twist, back. Trying to work with our breath. Okay? So here we go. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, reach forward. Hands down. Push with the arms lifting the elbows off. As you're breathing in, you're lifting up. As you're breathing out, you're reaching over to the side. You're breathing in, lifting back up. And breathing out, taking it across the other side. Breathing in, lifting. Breathing out, twisting. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, taking the hands behind, stretching up. Breathing out, bring it down. Let's change legs. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out, reach over. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out, twist. Use that hand on the leg to give a bit of a pull. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out around the other side. Seeing if you can reach the hand round onto the opposite side. You're bringing the hands down, we're breathing in, pushing the knees to the floor, lifting the chest up. Breathing out, bring it back down. So let's try one more. Change them legs. Here we go. And bring it down. Bring that front leg round. Bring ourselves onto our knees. So cat and cow. Breathing out, lifting up. Breathing in, into a cow. Breathing out, thinking about what's happening with the spine. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, we're going to go into extension. We're going to breathe out and bend the elbows, keeping them close in. We're going to breathe in and push back up, pulling our stomach muscles, shoulders back to tabletop. Breathe out, go into cat, but bring the head and the knee towards each other. Breathing in, going into cow, lifting the legs up. Breathe out, bring the leg down, go into cat. Breathe in to cow. Breathe out to bend the elbow. Breathe in to tabletop. Breathe out to cat and lift the head and knee. And breathe in to cow, lifting the leg. One more on each side. Here we go. Work with your breath. And we're going to push back to child, turn the palms over, let the head relax. And then we're bringing ourselves back up. Taking it into shoulder sweeps. So reaching the hands out, breathing out, taking it all the way down past the foot. Breathe in, lift up, bring it over. Breathing out, stretching. Breathing in, working that shoulder. 2 more. Bring the hand back under. How does the shoulder feel to the other shoulder? Through the shoulder blades, through the waist. Now let's do the other side. Breathing out. Breathing in. Reaching that hand. And our last one. Bring the hand back under the shoulder. Again, how does it feel now? Oh, what's happened? happened? 1 second. Ah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Don't know what's happening. I'm just going to have to carry on here and hopefully she'll jump over onto Instagram. So where were we? Into our thighs. So checking our sides. So we're going to take our foot out, bring it onto the floor, try and push down through the outside edge. And we're pushing backwards. Taking the hands out, keeping the bum up, letting the body drop down. Push into the fingers. Try to make sure that the fingers lift off the floor. Keeping the bum in the air and we're pushing backwards. And we're bringing ourselves back out. So from there, bringing ourselves back in. Sorry about that, Vicky. It logged me out. Don't know what happened. Said I was not connected, and I was. Stupid thing. So, sorry, we're going to start again. We're going to take our foot out. Can you see me? Lovely. Taking our foot out, making sure that the foot is flat down from the outside. We're walking the hands forward slightly and pushing back into the bottom, letting the chest drop down. From here, we're coming back up. We're bringing our hands back under. We're going to lift our leg as if it's a rainbow and bring it over, bring the toes down onto the floor. From there, we're pushing the heel away and trying to push the knee up towards the ceiling. So working the lower leg. So from here, we're going to bring it in close to the body, slide it around the leg, and then sit back into, it's kind of a pigeon pose, letting the head come down towards the knee. We'll feel this on the outside edge, but also through the lower back. So we're bringing ourselves back out. We're going to lift this leg up as if we're sort of at a fire hydrant. Flex the foot, push it out, place it back on the floor. Walk the hands forward, push back. We're coming up. Hands back under, rainbow it round, push it backwards. Pull it in towards the chest, bring it round, sit back. And your feet pull right into that joint where you feel as you kick it out. We're going to do one more of these. So we're bringing ourselves out. We're lifting our fire hydrant, placing it down. Walking the hands, sitting back. Coming back up, bringing the hands underneath, rainbow. Push it down, working them hips the whole time. Bring it in, slide it round, sit back. And then we're coming up, bringing our leg back under. I'm going to turn the other way, otherwise I'll just bang the door. So, we're taking the foot out, placing it on the floor. Walking the hands forward, pushing the bum back so the chest is coming down. Don't let the elbows come down, keep them up. Feel that on the inside of the thighs. We're bringing ourselves up. Our hand comes underneath. We lift that leg up, round and down and push the heel away. Stretching the foot at the same time. We're pulling the knee in. Curling it round and we're sitting back. Feel that right into the hips. Breathe into that hip. Come back up. Bring the leg out. Fire hydrant. Stick it out. Stick it down. Walk the hands. Push back. Come back up. Rainbow leg, push away. Bring the foot in, sit back into a cow face. Last one. Fire hydrant and out. Walk the hands, push away. Bring it back up, rainbow and push. Pull it in, relax back. Bring the knee back under. Tuck the toes, we're bringing ourselves, we're going to stand and try and bring our feet in between our hands to a forward bend. And breathe in, lift up. Bring the hands together. Bring the feet to mountain. Pull the stomach muscles in, close the eyes. Just bring yourself to the mat. What do you want to gain from yoga? Why are you here? So we're breathing and lifting and breathing out, taking it into a forward bend. Breathing in, bringing it into a half bend. Breathing out, jump back to down dog. Breathe in, come up onto the tiptoes, and breathe out, roll forward to plank. Breathe in, up to up dog, and breathe out, back to down dog. Breathe in, bend the knees, and breathe out into a forward bend. Breathe in, lift up. 3 more, here we go. Work with your breath. Last one. Now if you think about these, they're basically, bring the hands together, they're basically a burpee. Yes, yoga invented burpees. Aren't we lovely? So, we're going to take it into our flow, and we're going to do 6 of them. I know. But we're going to flow, so it'll be okay. Remember, if you need that box on the floor, you can have your box on the floor. It's up to you. So, from standing, bring the hips back, sit down into our imaginary chair, bring our hands together. Tuck the chin in. We're bringing the left elbow to the right knee, or the other way around, and looking up towards the ceiling. Use the legs to push. Open the arms out. Remember, you can always put one on your back if you want. The hand that's on the floor, that foot is stepping back, and you're letting the hips drop down, reaching the chest backwards. From here, that back leg, you're stepping it in, placing it down, and trying to straighten the front leg. If it doesn't go, don't worry. But you're still trying to twist backwards and look up into our triangle shape. From here, we're bringing the top hand down, and it can go to the floor, it can come to our leg. We're trying to straighten that front knee. We're dropping our chin, trying to get it past our knee into an inverted V. We imagine somebody's pulling our back hip backwards so that the weight is even on the 2 feet. From here, we're going to bring the weight to the front leg and lift the back leg off. If you want, you can always pull in, but you don't have to. We're bending the front knee, bringing the back leg down. The foot that's between your hands now is the one that's going to step over, and you're going to take it into side plank. Eventually, we're going to take this into wild thing. Bring it back, step back to down dog. Coming forward, dropping, lifting to cobra, pushing back. Step or jump in, it's up to you. But when you're coming from here, we're not coming all the way up to straight, we're lifting into our chair. We're going in the opposite direction, so stretching up. Open the arms out. Step back. With the foot, drop the hips down. Twist up to the ceiling. Step that back foot in. Try and straighten that front leg, but still twisting. Bring the hands down into an inverted V. Pull the hip back. Keep the weight even. Trying to get the chin past the knee. Move the weight forward. Lift the foot up. Pull in if you want to. Step the foot back. Down. Step it over. Lift up. Take it back. Back to down dog. Bring it down. Lift it up. Bring it back to down dog. Step in. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay, so 2 more. I made this up. So if it goes wrong, don't worry. Just do whatever feels natural. Here we go. Do it at your own time, your own speed. Remember, I'm doing it twice, but if you wanted to slow it down and hold it in each position, and then just wait for me to say, okay, we're finished, you know you can always do that as well. So I'm going to move a little faster. And then all the way up, bring it down. Lovely! So, we're going to stay down on the floor. So bring yourself down, sit back, bring your knees down. We're going into elbow plank, side. So if you need something underneath your elbow, please feel free. Now there's different ways of doing it. Your elbow can be down, this leg can be bent. So we're going to do it twice. So the first time I'm going to keep my leg down, the second time I'm going to lift my leg up. Now the top leg, you're turning so that the foot is pointing forward. You're going to use your thigh to lift and lift your arm over your head. You're pushing your hips to the ceiling. So try and flex the foot that's straight. So you're pulling the toes back to you. Try lifting the thighs, squeezing the bum, squeezing the abdominals, holding it here. And then bring it down. So let's try the other side. Roll round, change sides. 2. So again, I'm keeping the bottom leg down. The top leg, I'm going to pull the toes back. I'm going to lift and push into my knees. I'm lifting my thighs up. Bring the hand over. Pull the toes back. Squeeze the thighs. Squeeze the stomach muscles. But breathe. And then bringing it back down. Now you can stay with your feet, your knees down, or you can bring them up. So again, having the elbow underneath the shoulders, bottom leg can stay bent, or you're pulling both toes back towards you. You're lifting your hips up, you're bringing your arm over. Squeeze the stomach muscles, squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze them legs together. And then bringing it back down. Let's try the other side. So again, feet on top of feet, pulling them back. Elbows underneath the shoulder. Lift. Squeeze the stomach. Squeeze the legs. Pull the toes back. And bring it back down. From here, turn over. Bring yourself back. Bring the one hand under so that you're twisting to the side. If the head doesn't touch the floor, make sure that you use a fist to let it rest. And then we're going to do it the other side. So bring the hand under, look towards the other side, let the head relax. You'll feel the pull through the shoulder, and it also relaxes through the neck at the same time. But you'll also feel it through your waist. Then bring yourself up. We're going to take it into dolphin. So we're bringing our hands into this position so that we're making a triangle with our hands. If we bring our hands down, I'll turn this way. I'm going to get you to lift your head up and out so you're working your shoulders. So with this, you're bringing your head on the inside, you're bringing your knees in, and then you're lifting up. But you're trying to push your head off the floor and then back down. Push and back down. Okay? So 5 of those, then we're going to have a rest. So we're bringing our head down, we're going up into dolphin, and we're pushing to lift our head off the floor. Then we're bringing it back down. Pushing to lift it off the floor and back down. 3, 4, 5. And relax. Roll back. Stay here for a few seconds. And then lift the head up. So with that, you'll start to feel the work through the shoulders. So this time, we're going to do a dolphin push back. So we're keeping our hand in the same place, but we're lifting our head up to look forward, and we're going to try and push back with the shoulders. So again, if you want to watch first before you go up, so you're not upside down, walking the knees in, lifting up, walk the feet in, push back, look towards your thumbs. Now have a go at that. I'm upside down so I can't see. Lovely. And all of these are starting to build power into the shoulders, into the back of the arms, and also getting you ready for being upside down. So when you come out, always take your time to come back up. Now you don't have to sit in this position, you can go onto your bum. For now, we are going to come up in a minute. But we're going to do some strengthening exercises for our neck, because we're going into headstand or half headstand, unless you've got a wall. So with our head, we're going to do the same movement, forward, back, side, side, twist, twist. But we're going to stop it. We're using the palm of our hand, and we're going to place it on the hardest part, which is the temple. We're going to push our head as if we're going down, but we're going to stop it by our head. But we're going to look all the way down to the floor. So while we're working the neck, we're stretching the eye muscles. Again, if you're working at a computer all day, these eye exercises are brilliant. Plus, all these neck exercises are great as well if you're working on the computer. And then we're going to release. So we're going to do the same thing where we're going to lift our head, but we're going to stop it and we're going to let our eyes look up. We're bringing our hands to the back. We're lifting our eyes up and we're trying to push back, but we're stopping it with our arms. You'll feel again the neck muscles stretch working and tightening, but you'll also feel again the arms, the shoulders, all of them start to work as well. And then we're relaxing. So we're going to bring our head over to the side, but again, we're going to stop it by again using the soft part on the hardest part. We're going to try and look down to the floor past our knee. So again, we're pushing, but we're trying to look down. We're not going anywhere, but again, we'll feel the neck muscles, the arm muscles working. And then relax. And let's do the other side. So fingers pointing up. Go to turn your head. Look down to the floor. And then relax. So we're going to turn, I forgot what I was doing then, completely mind blank. We're going to turn and look over our shoulder, we're going to stop. We're going to turn our fingers backwards, so again the soft part on the hard part, but we're going to try and look through our elbow. So we're turning, try to look through the elbow. Again, where can you feel it? And relax. And let's try the other side. So, palm up, turn, look through the arm. And then relax. So before we go up into a headstand, we're going to bring ourselves into hare pose. Again, watch this before you do it. You're going to first just move the neck backwards and forward. I'm going to remove my hair clip. You don't want anything on the top of your head, and it's this point of your head right at the top. Not here at the front and not here at the back. It has to be the top of your head. So watch first. You're bringing yourself onto your hand, onto your knees, into hero. You're going to breathe out, pull the belly in and try and get your head as close to here as you can. You're then lifting up the bum and rolling the head forward. You're keeping the hands down, that's for your protection. But if you feel you can always lift the arm off and over. And when you're coming out, make sure that you stay here, you don't move. Just let the blood rush down. As I said, these are not at all if you've got high blood pressure. Would you ever attempt any of these, because it will make your blood pressure go high. Even if you haven't got high blood pressure, it will raise your blood pressure. Now this next one, again, for any of these, like I said at the beginning, this is for people with no problems whatsoever. So again, but even if you've had a nose, you've had a nosebleed for no reason, you've had a tooth taken out, you've got a problem with your eyes, glaucoma or anything like that, you shouldn't be doing headstand. But again, shouldn't be in my class. This one also, if you've got any problems with your neck, be very careful. I'm now going to move my head in a circle while it's upside down. So again, have a watch, make sure you take your time coming out. So again, we're pulling in that belly, we're bringing it down, we've got our hands down, and then we're moving in a circle. Nice and slowly, thinking about where we can feel it. And then when you've done a circle in one direction, try the other. And then make sure that you roll back and stay in child's for a little bit. Keep that head down. Make sure that all the blood feels as if it's coming back down naturally, that you feel okay. You don't feel sick or anything before you start to come up slowly. Lovely. Good. So I'm going to take us up into half headstand. We're not going into full headstand because I know that you haven't got a wall spare in your house, and most people don't necessarily have a wall. I've only got a tiny little bit of one. So we're going to do half headstand. We're not going into full. With headstand, you always step, you never jump, and you always listen to your body in between. The first thing we're going to do is just to bring our hands into the right position. So we're going to start with that one, and again we're placing the head down. We're tucking our toes in and we're lifting up the same way we did earlier, but we were lifting our head out, and we're walking our feet in until our feet can't go any further, and we're just holding it here. So we're still kind of pushing down with our arms as if we're going to lift our head out, but we're not lifting our head off the floor this time. But we're still pushing the same push down with the elbow, so it should helpfully take the pressure off the head and the neck. And then we're going to bring our toes down, our knees down. We're going to roll back and we're going to stay down again. There's a little bit more pressure on the head, on the neck. And again, we're going to tuck our chin in, use our hand on the floor. Use our hands to help push us up. See how we feel at every stage. And lastly, bring the head up. So we're going to go into the step where we pull the legs in, but we're just stepping into it. We're not jumping. So again, if you want to watch first, you're bringing the head down. You're lifting up. You're walking the feet in. You're bending the knees in and bringing the heel towards your bottom. You're not kicking it up. You're bringing it in towards the stomach. You're bringing it down. You're stepping the other foot in and pulling it right the way in. You might be able to push up onto the tiptoe of the other foot, but you're not jumping. You do never jump. You're just stepping and bringing that leg in as close to your body as you possibly can. Squeezing the leg in, squeezing it tight in towards the body as if you're doing that upside down child position. And again, we're going to bring our knees down. We're going to roll back into child. And then we're going to use our hands to bring us up. Lovely. So we're just going to work out that neck. Bring your hands down, place them on your lap. Bring your head down, and again, same as we did at the beginning, but we're just rolling it side to side. We're going to bring it back to our centre. Lift it up. Take it back, and imagine we're looking at something going on across the sky, a tennis match in the sky. Again, side to side with the head. And bring it back to centre. Bring it back. Pull the shoulders up and give them a circle. Doesn't matter which way you go because we're going to swap the direction anyway. And then we're going to change direction. And then just give your shoulders a bit of a shake. Bring yourself down. We're going to take ourselves into lying down. So if I lose Instagram, make sure that you do 3 cleansing breaths, that you pull yourself out nice and slowly. Don't jump out. We're going to start with lie down, but we can do our sit-up kari breath. So with this, we're breathing in through the mouth. We're sticking our tongue to the top of our palate, and then we're sucking the air in, filling the lungs up. Then we're going to try and hold it by dropping the chin and underneath pulling in the pelvic floor. Holding it for, I'm going to do 5 breaths, and then we're going to breathe out through the nose. Every time we breathe in. Okay, so we're going to lie ourselves down. I'll turn that up a touch. We're bending, you can have your legs straight in corpse pose, but if you find that your spine hurts, then you can bend the knees, tilt the pelvis, bring the legs in, so it's up to you. If you want, you can rest your hands on your, lightly crossed on your belly, so that every time you breathe in, you'll feel them separate. Every time you breathe out, they should come together. So I'm going to count, do 10 breaths. Here we go. get you to take your hands above your head and breathe in, stretch the hands in one direction, stretch the toes in the other. Breathe in through the nose, and as you breathe out through the mouth, let the body relax. Big breath in again, through the nose, stretching the arms, one then the other. And again, when you need to breathe out, let your body relax. Pull the knees